All right, so Super Bowl is here. Before I get into the prediction for the bowl, let me just recap and see how we did from the conference championship games. I could tell you right now, I didn't do too good. Let's take a look. So, 0-2. I had picked the Lions and I had picked the Ravens to win. A quick thing here. The Lions, okay? But before I get into the Lions, the Ravens, all right? This game, if you go back to the conference prediction video, okay, the week 3 playoff video that I did, you could tell I was struggling to make that pick. And I think the reason why was because I just, deep down, I really felt like the Chiefs were going to take that game. And I just couldn't decide. I did that little, quick, let me just, see if it comes to me type of thing. Pick the Ravens, but I'm going to say this. After I was done shooting that video and I had it all in the editing system, I was going to actually reshoot a section and I was going to come back on and say, you know what? I think the Chiefs are just going to take this game. I didn't do it. I stuck with my prediction, but I just felt like the Chiefs were going to win that game. And they looked really good. Mahomes, I'll talk about Mahomes and the Chiefs when I do the prediction. But I just wanted to, I know it probably sounds like I'm just full of shit right now at this point, but I'm telling you, I had serious internal conflict when I made that pick, when I picked the Ravens last week to, go to the bowl. I was like, for some reason, I just think the Chiefs are going to take care of business in this game and go to the bowl again. But like I said, I stuck with the pick and I lost. So I lost the Raven game. I lost the Raven-Chief game. Now the Lions, okay? The Lions. Another weird thing with this, all right? After I made the pick with the Lion game and the Niners, right? I kept saying I'm on the Detroit train and, but this is what came to me after I made the video again. Now, I was not going to change my Detroit pick, but I did get this feeling. I had done the video, and then I was like, you know what? I don't think the Lions are going to win this game, and I'm going to tell you why I got that feeling. Because they were playing in San Francisco. Now, it's not that I didn't think that they could beat San Francisco in San Francisco. It just felt like the magic was going to end there because, to me, it was so magical for the Lions. It was almost as if they had to be playing that game in Detroit also to really complete the magic season and then go to the bowl after hosting 3 games in Detroit, including the championship game. The fact that they weren't at home for this game, it's almost like it ruined the fairy tale. And I just got this feeling after I made last week's video that I was like, they're not going to win this game because they're not at home anymore. The magic's over. But I was not going to change that pick. The Chief pick is the one that I'm telling you, I almost shot another video and I was going to just splice it in and change the pick and say I think the Chiefs are going back. But I didn't do it because I was like, fuck it, the video's done. And I just stuck with the pick. So, it doesn't matter. I'm fucking 0-2. I'm sitting here trying to make excuses for going 0-2. There are no excuses. I went 0-2. I stuck with my picks. I went 0-2. But I think my Super Bowl prediction. I think my Super Bowl prediction will be head on, man. I think I'll nail it. So let's just talk about these 2 games really fast, and then I'm going to get into the prediction. All right. Let me start with the Chief Raven game. Okay. in this game right here, it was like it's like I just said. I just had a feeling the Chiefs were going to go into Baltimore and do what they did. I said it in last week's video when I was talking about this game. And if you go back and watch that video, you will see how conflicted I was about this pick, because it was almost like, oh, well, the Ravens they're having such a great season and this could be their year. But there was just something in me that just felt like the Chiefs were going to go into Baltimore and do what they did, was basically just shut down the Ravens and win the game. Listen, the Chiefs have been impressive all playoffs long this year, all right? The Miami game was super impressive in that Arctic weather, okay? And then beating Buffalo in Buffalo, that's how I just felt like they were just going back to the bowl. I should have just fucking picked the Chiefs, because deep down, that's who I really felt was going. But, all right, so let's talk about this game quick. Pretty much, it's like I said, they did what I thought they were going to do. They went into Baltimore. They took care of business. You know, Mahomes, I said it last week, Mahomes is like the second coming of Tom Brady at this point. He's the closest thing to Tom Brady in the league right now. He's going now after his third Super Bowl ring, okay? He's got two of them already. This will be his third Super Bowl fucking win if he wins. Now you're going into, like, you know, very big company, man. You know, because if he wins another one, there's only what, 3 people who have won 4 or more. All right, so even 3, okay, is really, really impressive. And he's only what, 28 years old, I think. So pretty much, you know. And I also said this in the video. I said, you know what? I think I said it in the prior video when the Ravens were taking on the Texans, I believe it was, right? In that first round. I even said it in that video. I said, you know what, though? I said the Ravens, just like Dallas, have a history of choking in the playoffs. And that's what happened, man. In a way, all right? In another way, the Chiefs just went in and dominated the fucking game the way a Super Bowl champion is capable of doing. And that's really the bottom line with that game, all right? Lions game. The Lion game, all right? The Lion-Niner game, all right? I already talked about how after I made the video, I just had a feeling that it wasn't going to happen for them because they weren't at home, and the magic, to me, was like now gone, all right? But they came out really hot in that first half, all right? And they, like, were dominating the game. Now, what lost this game for the Lions is the head coach, all right? I love their head coach, all right? I think he's fucking really awesome. He's done a tremendous job with this team, all right? But he's a little too fucking Wild West, okay? Listen, when that game was 27-24 with really not that much time left, and you are in field goal range and it is 4th down, at that point in the game, you have to kick that field goal, all right? Listen, I get it. He's an aggressive coach, and, you know, but listen, you gotta be fucking smart too, all right? And that was just the wrong fucking call, all right? Because if you kick that field goal there when it's 27-24 and you make that field goal, guess what? This game is most likely going into overtime. Listen, man. And you know what? I even said it in the beginning of that game. I said, I remember when it was what? It was like 14-7 Lions, right? And I got another cool story about this game too, but it was 14-7 Lions, okay? And it was like early in the game, and he had like, you know, this much to go. It was 4th and goal, right? and he was like maybe 2 or 3 yards from the goal line, and that's where you felt like, okay, he's going to be aggressive and go for it on fourth. But he kicks the fucking field goal there and makes it, I think, 17-7 at that point? And I remember even saying, watching the game, I said, wow. Like he surprised me that he actually used his head and took the points instead of like being a fucking a maniac with his aggression with these fourth downs. So this is what I don't get. Early in the game, he's smart and he takes the points and doesn't go for it on fourth. And then at a critical moment in the game, with not much time left in the game, you can kick a field goal there. You go for it and it wasn't an easy fourth down, I don't think. It was like it wasn't 4th and 1. You know what I mean? And you go for the fourth down, you try to convert, like you don't kick the field goal there. Like that lost the game for the Lions. Okay, I don't give a shit what the fuck anybody says. That lost the game for the Lions. You gotta kick the field goal there. You have to. And like I said, I like his aggression. I like Campbell's aggression as a coach. He has done a phenomenal job with the Lions. And it's great when you're aggressive like that and you come out and you just want to fucking beat a team down like that. But you have to be smart too, okay? That's where he's got to sharpen up his edges a little bit. And he's got to realize that, okay, yeah, there's a time and a place to be aggressive. But, like even in that Cowboy game, I think, right? He could have tied that game and put that game into overtime, I think. But he went for the win by going for the 2-point conversion, right? You remember that game? And that I like, okay? Because if you win that game in that fashion, and they should have won that fucking game too. The refs fucked that game up. But I like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, it's not like you're getting eliminated from the playoffs if you lose that game. You know what I'm saying? And it didn't, amazingly, they still held on to they got the 3 seed after losing that game. Again, you're playing for a high seed too, so was it smart? But I liked the aggression in that game, going for the win on a 2-point conversion. That I like, okay? I don't like when, you're in the fucking conference championship to go to the Super Bowl, okay? And you don't have much time left in the game. And you can kick a field goal to tie the game. And you don't do it, you got to kick the fucking field goal there. Listen, it was an amazing season for the Lions, but like I said, I just had this feeling, after I made the video last week, I just had this feeling that the magical ride was going to end because they weren't at home anymore. Like, to me, it was fairy tale with this team, with the Lions this year. It was 2 home playoff games when they haven't been in the playoffs or won a playoff game in fucking decades. And all that shit, you know what I mean? To me, it was like they needed to be in Detroit for the conference championship, and they should have, because Green Bay should have beat the Niners. So, but they weren't, and the fact that it ended, the whole Detroit thing kind of ended because they were no longer home. Like I said, I just had a feeling it was going to end there. Now, they were fucking dominating and beating the Niners pretty well, okay? That first half, they fucking dominated. So it looked like they were going to the bowl. But give the Niners some credit. Now, I'm just not on the Niners wagon this year because I don't know. I don't know what it is. I don't even think I don't know. They shouldn't even gone to the conference championship game, in my opinion. Like I said, Green Bay had that game won. But give the Niners some credit, okay? Because they were getting their fucking doors blown off in this game. And they came out in the second half and just really turned it around. They turned the whole fucking game around. and they won the game. They overcame a huge deficit. I think they tied like the biggest comeback in conference championship game, 17 points, I think, right? Or something like that. So give the Niners some credit, even though like I'm just not on their fucking wagon this year. But give them some, give them some credit. And they also had some luck too. That catch off the fucking helmet was like crazy. Okay, but listen, that really helped them out. That kind of fucking really changed some momentum when that happened. But like I said, give the Niners credit. They really overcame a big deficit in this game. It was like the tale of two halves in this game. The Lions dominated the first half, and then the Niners came out, and I think they scored like, I'm not sure, but I think it was like 27 unanswered points, something like that in the second half. So give the Niners some credit. And so it's a Chief Niner Super Bowl, okay? It's a Chief Niner Super Bowl. Now, it's also a rematch from, I think, just a couple of years ago, okay? And the Niners, I believe, were winning that Super Bowl and they fucking blew it. Or maybe the Chiefs are just that good and Mahomes is just that good because they came back in that game and they won, okay? So I'm going to get to the prediction in a second, all right? Let me just talk about, all right, let's just get to the prediction. All right, so we have a Chief Niner rematch, okay, in the Super Bowl this year. All right, and so here's what I'm thinking about this game right here. Okay, this is what I'm thinking about this game. All right, it's not. This is not going to be a tough pick for me. Okay, I will fucking say it right now. I will make the pick right now. Okay. The team that is winning this game and winning the Super Bowl this year is the Chiefs. All right? I am telling you right now, they are taking this game and they are going to repeat as champions. And they will be the first team to do that since the Patriots did it, like, I think, over 20 years ago in the early 2000s. They were the last team to repeat. And the only team who repeated before them, to my recollection, was the Broncos, okay? And the reason why I remember that is because I'm a fucking Jet fan, and we lost to Denver in 98 to go to the bowl. So, this game. All right, so let's talk about this game a little bit, okay? Here's how I feel about this game, okay? And the reason why it was so easy for me to make this pick is for this reason, okay? You have a team, and this is why I wanted to pick the Chiefs last week. If you go watch that video, it was written on the wall that I felt the Chiefs were really going to win that game. And I even said it, and I will say it again in this video, all right? The reason why this is such an easy pick for me is because I'm telling you right now, the Chiefs they're the second coming of the Patriot Dynasty, all right? Whether or not they do what Brady did with the Patriots really remains to be seen, because what they did was fucking insane. What Brady did with that team was insane, and Brady was insane, okay? But this team, okay, this fucking team, I believe they are the closest thing to that Patriot Dynasty, and Mahomes is the closest thing to Brady, okay? The team and Mahomes is the real deal, okay? If they win this game, first of all, they've been in the Super Bowl 4 times out of the last 5 fucking years, okay? Think about that, all right? That cannot be overlooked. Mahomes has 2 Super Bowl victories under his belt already. If he wins this game, it'll be his 3rd. I already mentioned that, all right? I just don't see them losing this game. I don't give a shit what the fucking Niners have done this year, what they're doing, whatever, all right? I don't even think they deserve to be in the bowl. They are going to get smoked in this fucking game, all right? I just see it happening. I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna get smoked, but I just don't. I will be shocked if the Niners win this game. Put it that way. All right, shocked. I will be shocked. I just don't see anybody. I just don't see the Niners stopping this team. All right, this team is like I said. They win this game and they are now a dynasty. All right, so. And they are on the cusp of being a dynasty, but they win this game, that's it. They are a dynasty, and I do think they're taking this game, and they will become the current dynasty in the league. All right? So, there you have it, man. Like I said, Mahomes, I wish Mahomes was on the Jets. I mean, I don't know what else to say, man. Mahomes is fucking great. And like I said, that's why I just think that they are not only going to win this year, they are going to go back. You might see this fucking team. You might see this team, okay? You might see the Chiefs actually three-peat, all right? And I don't think anybody has ever three-peated. I don't think anybody has done it in the NFL. So I think that you are going to see the Chiefs go back next year again. And you're going to see, I think, minimum for Mahomes. I'm telling you, I see that fucking kid winning like at least 4 Super Bowls, all right? You might even see him win 5, and that puts him in the Brady bracket, all right? It gets him into that stratosphere where Brady is. You got to win more than 4 to get into Brady's stratosphere, all right? If you only win 4, you're not in his stratosphere because he won 7. So, but if you win 5, now you're in Brady's stratosphere. And I think Mahomes can do it. Like I said, if he wins it, he will have 3, okay? And he's only, I think, 28 years old. So... And if you look at his numbers, they're already showing side-by-side numbers with Brady and Mahomes. So, it's like I said, it's starting to happen. So there it is, man. Enjoy the Super Bowl. I can't believe that it's already the Super Bowl. I can't believe the fucking season's over already, but I will do a follow-up video to talk about the bowl. And that's pretty much it, man. Enjoy the bowl, okay? And we'll touch base after the bowl, and we'll basically cap the season, and I'll talk about, some things I got, on the burner for the channel going into the off season, all right? So enjoy the bowl, and all right. Oh, and one more thing here, okay? I would like to watch the Super Bowl, okay? I want to watch this game. What I don't want to watch every 2 fucking seconds is a camera panning towards Taylor Swift, okay? Listen, I want to watch the fucking Super Bowl, okay? So let's keep the cameras on the game. Thank you.